Hey gang, D Tidwell, EnduroMTBTraining.com. All you mountain bikers, enduro racers, and gravity freaks. This is video number 3. So hopefully you have gained some insight and have been utilizing number 1 and number 2 videos information. Number 3 is more hip oriented today. Because remember, we've gone through the stable foot. We've gone through the mobile ankle, the stable knee, and we've addressed some of the hip, but we addressed it from the hip down to the knee. Today we'll do the hip and the muscles that attach around the hip, all these muscles that are in through here that allow for that good joint mobility, the good hip hinge that we're looking for in riding, right? We need to have that. It's crucial instead of a tight hip and a rounded lower back. As you can see, what that does to the facets, it opens them up and can create what this red thing is here, a disc bulge. And none of us like disc bulges because that doesn't let us ride. So let me put down Skeletor. Sit, Ubu, sit. And you know what? Again, a little bit of review, but that is good for you. That way you memorize it. Foam roller. Work through the glute tissue. Okay? Moving you down. Glute tissue. Cross the leg to get deeper into the glute tissue. Do all the way to the sit bone, to the hamstring. We know IT bands. Really slow. Creeping along. Working through that tissue. We hit the hip flexor right up against that front part of that hip bone. You can open that leg up again. Okay, this is a little bit of review. And we can go all the way into the quad, all the way down to the knee. Again, lateral quad, medial quad. Then, by way of showing you, we go groin, all the way up. Okay, you know that. Now, I am going to throw in an early one, because we'll review it later, but lat, okay? Mostly because the lat attaches on the arm, comes down and attaches on the ilium. So rolling through the lat underneath the underarm where your upper body is forward to really hit some of the underarm stuff here, and then rolling through the thorax, really hitting the lat action, okay? Another good one on the foam roller for the sacrum is just a general sacrum roll, double feet, like such. I actually like to go into this position a little bit. If you have a history of lower back stuff, I've done a bridge. I've put this right under my sacrum. If you have a history of lower back stuff, be careful with this. But you can go legs up, and you can just kind of go side to side, getting a little bit of massage on that sacrum. You can scoot down a little bit, and really getting this good kind of sacrum, glute kind of attachment. You can also do it with your feet down to be a little safer. All the way through. Ooh, that feels good. Okay. Now, do that one a lot with the foam roller, because then we can take a lacrosse ball, switching sides, and we can work through the attachment points with the lacrosse ball of the hamstring by sitting on it. Okay, see where that is? Right along the joint, right along the attachment point of the hamstring, and don't forget the attachment point of the adductor. So really sitting on top of, okay, if this is my pelvis, that ball is right up against where those hamstring attachments are. And I'm going to roll out all the way out to my IT band. And there's some good stuff in here. I'm going to go forward and backwards. I'm going to go side to side. Now, I got some stuff right here in this kind of inner adductor stuff. And I just have to sit there sometimes and work through it. And I'll go all the way down that adductor like such. So I'm going from here to here, working through any of that fascial stickiness, any of the trigger points that I have, that you have too. Leaning forward a little bit. See, that just doesn't feel good on me. So there's a spot right there. I'm just going to sit here and then breathe through it. So I'll inhale slowly through my nose and then exhale slowly. Okay, one thing I'll also do is actually apply a direct pressure with the bottom of my foot, like I'm pushing my leg down, like I'm doing this with this right leg to stimulate that muscle. So I'll inhale, hold my breath, push my leg down into the floor for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale. And try to get that lacrosse ball deeper into those fibers. Okay, inhale, hold, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, and deeper into those fibers. Okay, you can always use your breath that way to help relax the system you're trying to get through and to really get deeper into that tissue. Okay, so that is a great one, the lacrosse ball there. All right, now we all know the lacrosse ball, and in all my online programs and my clients that I work with, we teach this. I'm going to put you up here because I'm going to work on the wall here a little bit. Again, apologize for me and my self filming action. You take your lacrosse ball, you put it up against the wall, and you roll through that glute tissue. Remember, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The foam roller is a general way to get through a mass amount of tissue. The stick, okay, the massage stick, is a more specific way to get through that tissue. Lacrosse ball is one of the best ways to get specifically through the tissue. Okay, off, working through that tissue anywhere and everywhere. Remember, search and destroy is what our goal is. So here's a little spot right here. I'll just go up and down on it. I'll move side to side. I'll apply a little bit of acupressure by pushing my body further and harder into the wall. All through that top of that ilium stuff. Ilium, remember the ilium is just the top of your sit bone. Excuse me, the top of your hip bone. Right up along here. So you got to go way up high, above kind of where your pants are, shorts, whatever, and get all that stuff along there. Because after you do that, then you're going to go above the hip bone and between your rib cage. There's a section of low back musculature called the QL, and all your erectors are in here as well as that big piece of fascia, the thoracolumbar fascia is through there. So you put that on there, and now I go sideways. I go side to side in between my hip and my rib cage. Okay, and I'm getting all this muscle stuff in here. That QL doesn't like to be, sometimes isn't happy. So you can just get on that spot, just work it. Ooh, yeah, left and right. That feels good through there. And you can get all the way out into here because, here's my hip bone again. Here's my rib cage still. Hip bone, rib cage, right? So we can still get through these obliques and these attachments all through here, okay? Just like such. Arm is up. You can see where that ball is. Going back and forth. Okay? That's awesome. All right. Now, those are the ones I want you to focus on for the hips. They're simple, they're quick, but do it before you ride, do it before you train, and I also encourage you to do it during TV time. If you're ever hanging out, watching TV, get your foam roller out, get your stick out, get your ball out, do the stuff that we've done up to this third video so far. I'll add more on fourth video later in the week where we start to address the thorax. Still using the same tools that I've started you with. Remember, this is all part of the muscle restore of the rebuild restore foundation that we create so we can create stability, strength, and power in the performance pyramid. So get good at these. Don't ever stop doing them, because this in and of itself, the stick in and of itself, and the foam roller as a triad, as a team, the trinity of self-therapy as it relates to being able to do your own stuff to your own self anywhere and all the time, really can increase your performance and your ability to recover from training episodes either on or off the bike. So get good at them. And if you have any questions, please let me address them for you. info@enduromtbtraining.com. Even happy to do a separate video for you regarding any question. If I feel like the group could benefit from your question, I'm happy to do a separate video and post it up for you guys. So, all right, there's phase 3 or program 3 or the third video of your homework. Give me a shout. Or just check out EnduroMTBtraining.com. Our new website is up. It's pretty awesome. And thanks again for being a follower. Have a great day. See you later in the week. Bye-bye.